The rise of K-pop in America in recent years is highlighted by the 7-member boy group BTS. Other K-pop groups have previously debuted in America, however, BTS has proven to be completely revolutionary in their widespread positive reception and unprecedented popularity. They have gone further than any other group to establish roots in the States by collaborating with numerous American and Western popular artists and being nominated for and winning various American award show titles. They are an especially unique case in the grand scheme of popular music because of the staggering number of records they've broken outside their home country, particularly in America, in a relatively brief amount of time, the taboo topics their lyrics cover in the context of South Korean culture, and the ongoing list of collaborations with American artists. Given these achievements and many more, it is appropriate to label BTS as a music cultural phenomenon. BTS debuted in South Korea in 2013 and is composed of 7 members, each from different regions of the country. Their name translates to Bulletproof Boy Scouts, with their image being to block out stereotypes, criticisms, and expectations that aim on adolescents like bullets, to preserve the values and ideals of today's adolescents. Their music seeks to protect youths from prejudice and offers refuge for those who are affected. 2 years ago, they rebranded, so their name now stands for Beyond the Scene, extending themselves as imperfect human models of growth from youth to adulthood. This is very attractive to fans who are also young and struggling with transitioning between life stages. Generally, K-pop group members are all trained to dance and can either sing or rap. BTS conforms to this in order to be considered a K-pop group. However, each member's special skill set is highlighted. RM and Suga both produce music for the group and for other artists, and V has shared a love for art, photography, and filmmaking. Jungkook has dabbled in video production as well with his Golden Closet film travel vlog series. Jin has released numerous covers on SoundCloud, and J-Hope and Jimin, in addition to being the lead dancers, have released solo tracks. Many of the other members have released solo work as well, where they performed, wrote lyrics, and played a part in the production process. Unique to BTS, the members' individual roles are outwardly flexible, meaning they have at some point dabbled in each other's respective fields of expertise. It is important to note that BTS's company Big Hit Entertainment has allowed the members to reveal their multifaceted natures. Often, K-pop idols, what we call pop stars in America, are restricted to a particular image as either a singer or a dancer. K-pop entertainment companies are notorious for concealing and restricting the behavior and activities of idols. Big Hit Entertainment, however, takes a different approach, which is quite different from the normal studio approach to idoldom, wherein idols are trained to be pleasant but mild, to be blank slates upon which viewers can project their fantasies. They ensure that BTS's image is appealing, but more importantly, human, immediately distinguishing them from other idol groups. To understand BTS's popularity, we must begin to understand the relation between Korean and American music markets. K-pop as a genre first emerged in Korea in the late 90s and early 2000s. Since America's music market provided an opportunity for large-scale success, Korean entertainment companies aimed to debut their groups overseas. JYP Entertainment, buoyed by its domestic success, attempted to break the U.S. market with Wonder Girls and Rain in the latter half of the 21st century's first decade. Rain received large success in Asia, but not so much in the United States, and Wonder Girls only made it to 76 on Billboard's Top 100 chart with Nobody in 2009. Other groups followed, such as Big Bang and Psy. Before recent scandals surrounding Big Bang, BTS claimed to have been heavily influenced by them as the forerunners of the Korean wave, or Hallyu, the pouring of Korean artists into the American music market. They also mentioned Psy as an influence, who went viral in America with his music video for Gangnam Style, driving Hallyu into not just the context of music, but also the meme culture of 2012. Big Hit observed the successes and failures of these groups, but still decided to debut BTS in the US early on, before they really became popular in Korea. In 2007, before their Korean debut, they opened a Twitter account. This would later be critical in their popularity, since it was a direct way to connect and update their growing fan base, which is currently over 22.4 million strong. In 2014, the group held their first U.S. concert in LA called Show and Prove, but they still had yet to become popular in Korea. BTS finally began winning Korean award shows, and in November 2015 appeared on the Billboard 200 chart at 171st with their album The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2. Slowly, they climbed up American charts, and by October of 2016 had reached 26th with Wings. A few weeks later, they reached number 1 of the Social 50 chart and have held that position 82 times as of May 2018. In May 2017, BTS gained extreme traction by winning the Top Social Artist Award at the Billboard Music Awards, or BBMAs. This caused an explosion in their popularity. Suddenly, everyone in America was falling in love with them. They were booked for interviews, TV show appearances, radio shows, more award shows, and the American and Twitter and YouTube communities blew up. Thousands of people were tweeting things like, BTS guys are cute, I get the hype now. The guy in the waistcoat looks fine, how do I get his number? And I've never listened to Asian music in my entire life, but I guess I should start listening to BTS for the guy in the waistcoat. How he hella cute and daddy AF at the same time. These sparked mass interest and ultimately won BTS more fans and more awards. BTS has accumulated a remarkable amount of awards, which makes their popularity evident and more concrete. They were nominated for 30 American awards and won 27 of them. On a grander scale, these awards were out of 217 awards given globally and 338 nominations globally. BTS has also broken 10 Guinness World Records. That's a lot. In November, BTS made history as the first K-pop group to perform at the American Music Awards, or AMAs. They continued to rise on Billboard charts, hitting 10th on the 2017 Year-End Artist chart, and Twitter proclaimed that BTS was the most tweeted about artist of the year. Their popularity continued to soar with each new album release and began to level out after Map of the Soul Persona in April 2019. After the album's promotion, Big Hit initiated a vacation for the group, another difference in Korean entertainment company practices. Currently, BTS is returning to activity and have released fresh solo and collaborative work. After they gained recognition on American TV, BTS began performing in more locations for their world tour and were met with resounding success. This was because they had penetrated the rigorous American market, which holds monopoly on worldwide popular music. It is impressive given the U.S.'s leading role in popular music, the sophistication of its listening public, and the sheer rarity of Asian presences in the popular music industry. By climbing American charts and gaining mass media exposure, BTS in effect gained worldwide acclaim. They also acted as a gateway for other K-pop groups to enter worldwide recognition, such as Monsta X and GOT7. BTS plays a role in the equal representation movements going on in America, oriented towards acknowledging and highlighting people of all races, ethnicities, sexual orientations, and gender identities. BTS not only participates in this by increasing Asian representation in American pop music charts, but they also advocate it. On September 24, 2018, BTS's leader RM gave a speech in English at the UN, encouraging people of all nations, ages, and races to speak themselves. No K-pop group has ever been invited to make such a speech. BTS's identity was now defined not just as musicians, but global ambassadors for ideals of self-acceptance, peace, unity, and understanding among all people. Yet, some argue that because of previous ebbs and flows of popularity with other boy bands like the Jonas Brothers and One Direction, BTS's popularity is not revolutionary and is simply a repetition of history. A K-pop podcast commenter known simply as Steven summed up in his interview how he sees BTS fitting into the grand scheme of popular music. The real lesson of BTS's success isn't about the band's ability to transcend the norms of K-pop. It's about K-pop's rapid ascension into the mainstream. I'm sure there are millions of One Direction fans who thought they were the first of their kind, he said. Whereas an older fan might have been like, hello, NSYNC. I think if you were to ask somebody who was into K-pop during Big Bang's peak, they would be like, BTS is nothing new. But if you ask the newer generation that wasn't familiar with Big Bang, they've never really experienced that 0 to 100 rise of a group before until now with BTS, so it feels new to them. I think that shows how generational K-pop is and how far it's come in such a short amount of time. And as Steven noted, BTS's international success has been landmark, even if it's been built on giant shoulders. Is it groundbreaking? Definitely not, but they definitely raised the bar for K-pop. And that validates fans' enthusiasm in a major way. And once you have a fan's heart, he added, you have their loyalty. So now we have observed how BTS became popular, but now we will investigate why they became popular. BTS's fan base, ARMY, stands for Adorable Representative MC for Youth. In the context of their old image as bulletproof fighters for youth, ARMY were the disciples of BTS and would spread their positive messages and advocate for a more accepting world. The group has changed their content slightly to suit a worldwide fan base instead of just South Korea. In fact, it is interesting that the original Korean armies were able to embrace BTS's image at all. South Korea is known for its strict cultural norms, which emphasize physical beauty, job-related success, and social hierarchy. Also, the education environment is extremely competitive and restrictive, resulting in stress and pressure from families. Additionally, mental illness is a taboo subject. Just over 90% of suicide victims could be diagnosed with a mental disorder, but only 15% of them receive proper treatment. Over 2 million people suffer with depression annually in South Korea, but only 15,000 choose to receive regular treatment. These all contribute to Korea's staggering suicide rate, which is the 10th highest in the world, according to the World Health Organization. This crippling environment for young people breeds many negative attributes such as oppression, aggression, and obsession. Korean online users, or netizens, are known to exhibit obsessive and defensive behavior surrounding the K-pop group or groups that they stan or support. This fierce and immersive fan culture traveled to American K-pop fans as well. Today, many fans are stereotyped as Koreaboos, or people who are obsessed with Korean culture so much that they assimilate and try to become Korean by speaking the language, eating only Korean food, dressing and changing their appearance to look Korean, imitating Korean coquettish mannerisms called aegyo, and listening to K-pop. Because of the stereotype that all K-pop fans are Koreaboos, K-pop has reluctantly taken off in America. Many fans are ashamed to openly like the music for fear of being stereotyped and socially shunned. Had K-pop not been a medium for ostracization, BTS and other groups would likely have become popular much sooner. Given all this, BTS's popularity in Korea and the US has encouraged fans to open up the mental health conversation and unashamedly be themselves. Their album trilogy in late 2017 to mid-2018 was even titled Love Yourself, and the newest is Map of the Soul. BTS is attempting to open up Korea, and with their success in the American market, open up the rest of the world to literally save their lives with music. To actually gain their popularity, BTS relies on their lyrics. Steven, the commentator, said, "A lot of their ballads really do sound like they're talking to you and confessing to you, more so than a lot of pop standards." BTS is relatable and makes it easy for hurt listeners to connect with their message and become fans. There are countless examples of this in nearly every one of their songs. Specifically, though, there's a song the three rappers do called Cypher 4. The refrain is, I love myself. I know myself. I looked around me at hundreds of people in their 20s cheering every word and thought, my God, they're using their influence to teach young people, the ones most inclined to grapple with self-hatred, to start considering what self-love means. Messages such as these are crucial to BTS's levels of popularity as young people, especially in the era of technology, struggle with their identities, find hope in BTS, and share with their friends. Collaborations with Western artists also captivates audiences overseas. After the surge of the BBMAs, BTS had American artists lining up to speak with them. They have collaborated with more American pop artists than any other K-pop group in history. In addition to this, their ongoing TV appearances led to more exposure and more American artists looking into their music. Currently, they have 16 collabs with American stars and 2 with British ones. It is important to note that Western artists are generalized as coming from the United States and Western European countries. They typically creep onto American pop charts and become synonymous with American artists. Due to the fact that they speak the same language, English, many listeners do not distinguish that they are not American. For instance, Ed Sheeran, One Direction, Sam Smith, and Adele. Additionally, there are more collabs supposedly in the works, rumored to be with pop artists such as Ariana Grande. BTS is a musical phenomenon that has contributed to the rise of K-pop in America. They began by dominating the American media through TV, radio, magazines such as Time and the Rolling Stone, and by winning at American award shows. This gave them access to the world music market since the U.S. holds a monopoly. To achieve this, they centered the image and overall message around topics that were taboo in Korea and were coming to light in America. And to retain the attention of listeners who were not immediately captivated, they collaborated with about 16 American artists through promotion periods of their own material. This contributed to a wider fan base in Korea, America, and the rest of the world. Thank you.